Delighted to welcome on to the show for the very first time. A man I've actually spoke with, I just mentioned there to him at BAMA, the Backstage All Access, a couple of years. Or is it a couple of years now? It must be. Anyway, and that is newly signed UFC.
Like
Newly signed UFC lightweight, Marc Diakiese. He was over in Hamburg, obviously, with his pal Scott Oscom ahead of his fight this weekend at UFC Hamburg. First of all, Mark, how are you, my friend? How's everything going?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Hope you all too.
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Obviously, it's settled in that you've signed with the UFC. I see that the Reebok gear is already on you there, Mark. Talk to me about your emotions now. Has it sunk in that you're going to be fighting with the biggest promotion in the world?
Well, I'm still, obviously, I'm excited that I've signed, but I'm still like, never actually fought yet. Until I have my first fight, and I will feel like, yeah, I'm in now. I've had a fight. It's official. But now I'm just happy that I'm in it. Well, I want to be in that octagon performing.
Definitely. Talk to me about how you found out. How did you learn of the news? I know it's a couple of weeks now, but what was the process? How did you get the news?
Obviously, I was coming back from training from Manchester, where we trained me and Scott. We're coming back, and halfway through my journey, I just got a phone call off my manager. He was like, "Oh, guess what?" I'm like, "What?" He said, "Oh, I saw you signing with the UFC." Obviously, because we joke all the time, I thought I was joking. Because I was expecting to be signed next year, because obviously I went in that fight with Stapleton, and obviously it didn't go to plan. But, sorry, my phone's gone off.
No worries. No worries, you're grand.
Yeah.
There he is, he's back.
Yeah. So, and then basically just told me, yeah, you've been signed. So, but obviously we're waiting for a few things to go through with, obviously, because I was still signed with BAMA.
Yeah.
So we sorted out a few things with them, and that was it.
How did your family react, and your friends and your girlfriend?
My family don't really know much about MMA,
Yeah.
and then obviously I left them since I was 16, so they don't really know much about MMA. So I just know that I fight. That's about it. But my girlfriend, she was really my fiance now.
Yeah, fiance,
she was really excited, as in obviously she knows how hard I've worked for this, and all my close friends knew how hard I worked for it. So they were just happy for me.
It's obviously a game changer. Talk to me about, you mentioned BAMA there, and as we look at your last couple of fights, are you going to miss the banter with your good buddy Kane Musa? I know you put him to sleep in that last fight, but talk to me about what BAMA have done for you, and obviously it's a great promotion. It's one of probably the top promotion in Europe at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, BAMA have done great things for me. Obviously, I had my ups and downs with them, but it's a big promotion. I started to enjoy myself then, before I left, I started just to enjoy myself with my fights. I felt more relaxed. I feel like I owned it now and then. So, but obviously it happened. But for my opinion, I personally think BAMA is, for all the amateurs that's starting, BAMA is the right place to be on. I don't care about any other promotions. BAMA, if I didn't fight for UFC, I don't consider myself fight for any other promotions. BAMA is the right place to be. Because they give you what you need. The promotion there, obviously the media is there, so it's a great promotion.
Yeah, obviously, one of the best promotions in Europe, if not the best at the moment. They have a big show obviously coming up next weekend here in Dublin. Talk to me about, there's been reports, and I've seen reports this morning that it's going to be your debut. It's going to be, I read a report on a Swedish website, it's going to be against Reza Madadi in Belfast. Can you shed any light into what's going on or what's happening?
Don't believe that, just rumours. I've not really heard anything about that, so don't believe that.
No, not that fight at all, no?
Don't believe anything like that.
Okay.
Just wait and see.
Okay, it's going to be Manchester, I do presume, though, because you're a local guy, you're from around that area. It makes sense to be honest.
Let's hope so.
He knows he's not giving away out in here because obviously the UFC have told you clearly to keep your mouth shut. I'd imagine until they officially announce it. But we're going to see in action in the next couple of months. Is that fair to say? Can you?
Yeah, definitely, 100%. You'll be seeing me coming out there.
Okay, all right. Just your thoughts on the lightweight division. Obviously, it's in mixed martial arts. For me, it is the best division in mixed martial arts. It's stacked all over the place. Is it about going in there now in the UFC right from the get-go and making a statement because of the strength and the depth of that division?
I don't feel like I belong around top 10, top 15, somewhere out there to work my way up. Obviously, I'm still young. I'm still growing. I'm only 23. I'm still learning a lot as well. So I'm not rush into anything. I'm just gonna keep training and just wait my way up. I do feel I'm one of the best guys coming up, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm not gonna obviously bring my hopes up, but I know what I can bring to the table. And obviously, I've traveled the world as well, sparring with the top level UFC fighters. I've had that experience, and I just know where I stand. So I'm just looking forward and getting there to actually see how it's like and just performing.
You mentioned your age there, and you mentioned the experience. Sort of a double barrel question here. First of all, with the age, did you have any consideration about signing the UFC contract when it came along? Did you maybe think you might want to stick around BAM a little bit longer, get a little bit more experience?
No, if you see my record, all the guys that I fought before signing, it was all undefeated. It was all prospects. So obviously, I needed that world title, but obviously I wasn't getting the shot. I thought I would have the title shot way before, but I didn't have it. So yeah, I don't feel like UFC come at the right time because I feel like I'm at my best right now, and I'm still learning. I'm learning every day, and then basically I'm just looking forward to performing when I get in there.
You mentioned experience as well there, Mark. Obviously being around Scott Askham, UFC vet. He's fought in Dublin. He's fought over in Germany a number of times. You're back over in Germany with him. That whole fight week experience must give you hunger, first of all, and it must be great experience as well for you.
Yeah, I do believe so, because obviously I'm here with Scott. I'm just watching how it all goes on, and just seeing the people that obviously when I started MMA, I used to look up to, seeing them here, just training in the same room. I'm like, I'm quite shocked. So obviously you don't want to be having that in your fight week. So I'm having it now, just relaxing, seeing they're just same as me, we're just normal people. So I'm just looking forward to that. Sort of like make me comfortable when it's my time to go.
Manchester, I'm not trying to get it out of you, but that's obviously, I think everyone's expecting you to be on that fight card. What would that mean to you? Bringing a big fan base as well, family, friends, all the guys that supported you to fight on that card on your UFC debut. That'll be a pretty special moment, I'm sure, for you.
Yeah, but I'm not thinking about my fans or anything, or my family. All we're gonna do is just get the bags and just show up. You know what I mean? just get in there, show up. Because I'm not just there I'm there to perform. I always got there and perform, so I'm not too worried about that. I'm just looking forward to getting in there myself and just showcasing what I've been working on and how much I've become since obviously my last fight. Because I'm always learning, always. And as you've seen, every time I come out there, I'm always performing, and which I believe I've gone a lot better than I was. My game is coming a lot better. So I'm just looking forward to it.
Well, you mentioned your game's getting better. What areas do you feel that you're progressing in the most? Because obviously your stand-up is pretty lethal. You like to finish it early. What's been the main focus? Is it all round, all over the place?
I know people say I'm a stand-up guy, but I truly believe I'm not a stand-up. People think I seem to be a stand-up guy. To me, I used to think on my weakest point, because I'm still working on my stand-up. I don't think it's where I want it to be, because I perform a lot better at the gym than I do in my fights, and I'm trying to show it. But every time I go in there, they get knocked out. So, yeah.
do you look at anyone in the UFC and you see, I'd like to give that guy, give that guy a good fight? Is there any sort of opponents you have your eyes on, or anyone you'd like to?
There's a lot of them. I won't like to name it anybody here, because obviously the UFC is a big league. But I've seen few, and now I'm starting to believe because all my all-round game is coming a lot more. Yeah. My ground game, I feel like I'm most deadly on the ground. So I've just been working on everything, which I feel like is going to show.
How important is that belief? Obviously, it's huge in martial arts, but when you're going in to make your debut in the UFC, we're probably looking at a 20,000 crowd, 16 to 20,000 crowd. Is that something that's going to unnerve you? Maybe making your debut. Do you thrive on that?
When I fought in Dublin, it was 8,000, and every time it's like that, I just feel like it's my time to perform. I feel like people watching me. I'm just excited, just I'm gonna have to show these guys. That's it. That's all I think. I don't think of anything else.
Talk to me about the attention. Obviously, media attention. People, Twitter sort of blew up when you're signed. Everyone I think expected it. That's been in MMA circles in the UK and Ireland, that you were going to be signed at some point. But has your life been any different since that announcement?
No, I just more media stuff really, and then I think people treat it a little bit different. But apart from that, nothing, because I've not really fought in the UFC. People seem to looking forward to me, obviously getting there and performing, but nothing has changed. If anything, it's made me just want it more. If anything, because now I know this is what I've been working for. I'm there. I think I'm used to being a champion as well at the same time, because I've had belts my whole life. Since I was amateur, I had 9-0. I had 3 belts, and then pro, obviously 9-0 as well. I had a British title. So now I'm just feel like I'm just another fighter, and I don't think I'm used to that. So now it's another goal for me.
Were you
working and getting there, obviously going for that title as well.
Were you a little bit annoyed you didn't get the chance to go after that world title in Bama? I know you the Lonsdale belt, but does that eat at you a little bit? No.
No. I wanted it so I can get out there, obviously fight outside of Europe, but which
came quicker, yeah.
I couldn't be doing now, so it don't bother me anymore.
Okay, Mark. Before I let you go, I do appreciate the time. Have the UFC got you an opponent lined up? Do you know your opponents?
I know my opponents, but I can't name it yet.
Okay. When will we learn of the news, do you think?
By next week, I'm hoping so.
Okay. Mark, listen, it's been a real pleasure to have you on the show. Best of luck for everything with Scott Askham this weekend. Where can the guys find you on social networks?
You can follow me at Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. It's just Marc_Diakiese. My last name. It's hard to spell, but you'll find it.
Mark, it's been a real pleasure. I thank you as well for taking the time out. I know the Wi-Fi connection there isn't good, so I do appreciate the time, my friend. And I'm looking forward to seeing you making your debut in the UFC. Appreciate it.
Nice speaking to you, mate.